Hello out there, everybody. It's Mr. Maximo here, Vinny Sandu for the European Cricket Network with another match preview for a European Cricket Series match. And today we're previewing match 11. It's the first match of Friday, the 18th of September between Sparta 1888 and Voorburg Cricket Club. This game will start at 7 a.m. GMT, which is 9 o'clock in Central Europe. It's 12:30 p.m. in India. And as always, you can catch the action right here on the European Cricket Network, whether that's through our website, www.ecn.cricket, or our YouTube channel, ECN European Cricket Network. Of course, if you're on the subcontinent, you can catch it on fan code. And just a reminder, if you don't already, why don't you follow us on social media? Because as I always say, there is so much happening in the world of European cricket. We have this 3-day series coming to its conclusion on finals Friday, the 18th of September. Then we've got the weekend off, but we will be back in Portugal next week. We'll be in Cataxu for the first ever European cricket series on Portuguese soil. I'm certainly looking forward to that. That's a 5-day series, Monday to Friday next week. So for all the latest, make sure that you follow us at European Cricket. You can follow me at Mr. Maximo, of course. ECN.cricket is a great place to get your information. You can also download the European Cricket Network app in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. Let's have a look at what's coming away. It's finals Friday, and it's a bit of a different format this week because we had a 4-team tournament. So we do have the final 2 preliminary games, the first 2 matches of the day, then there's an hour's break, and then the 3rd versus 4th match will take place, the bronze final, and then of course the top 2 teams will play off in the gold final. So as it stands, Sparta are top of the table. They have already qualified for that gold final, but that second match of the day, Excelsior versus Kampong, Kampong are a game behind and a bit of net run rate behind, but if Kampong can beat Excelsior by enough, then they can leapfrog Excelsior into second place and book a place in the gold final. And those 2 teams had a great match in the final match of Thursday. So if you'd like the most recent tables and stats to do with the tournament, why don't you log on to ecn.cricket. It's all there, and I will put the link in the description to this video. That'll take you to the European Cricket Series Capelle page. Why don't we go to this match then between Sparta and Vorberg? And we do have some likely lineups for you. For the first match of the day, Sparta will be led by the captain Mudassar Bukhari, with Ali Raza to be doing the wicket-keeping for them. While for Vorberg, they'll be led once again by the Prince of Vorberg, Baz de Leyder. Tobias Nota will be their wicket-keeper. And let's talk a little bit about these 2 teams. Sparta have won 4 out of their 5 games, so they top the table. And like I said earlier in the show, they're the only team that have guaranteed a place in the gold final. Now, Vorberg, I think they're a good team, but they've only won 1 out of their 5 games. So they've won 1 and lost 4. They're currently in 4th, and they're the only team without a chance to get to that gold final. But I think they've got a point to prove in this game. They're a much better team than the results would say this week. They have a number of key all-rounders who I'll mention in my 11 to watch, which is coming up shortly. But I do think they would fancy their chances in this game against Sparta, because I do think Sparta, because they've already qualified, they may take this opportunity to rest a few key players. Let's get to Mr. Maximo's 11 to watch then, and hopefully you find this information useful, particularly if you're participating in some Dream 11 cricket. And today I have super highlighted for Sparta, Musa Ahmed, the opening batsman, who is the leading run scorer across all teams in this series. He scored 191 runs this week, including the only century of the week. He scored 104 off only 37 balls in match 8 against Excelsior. And in that innings, he went from 50 to 100 in only 10 balls. So that was an incredible display of hitting. And this guy can bowl too. He's picked up 3 wickets on the first 2 days of action. So it'll be interesting to see if he fires in this match, or perhaps he might save his best for the gold final later in the day. But he's definitely one of the players we have had to sit up and take notice of this week in Capelle. Let's get to some other players for Sparta. I've highlighted their backup keeper, Ali Raza, who I think will play this game. He's been pretty good since he's come into the side. He has a top score of 41. I've also got another batsman there in Danish Umar. I've got the captain, Mudassar Bukhari. Now, even though he's been batting number 4, he's kind of had limited opportunities because their top order has been so strong. Still, he's looked powerful with the bat when he's been at the crease, and he's also a really useful medium-fast bowler. So this could be a game where he could break out and make a big score as well, particularly if they lose early wickets. But he just hasn't faced as many balls as I thought he might have. And I did mention in my show before Wednesday's match that I wondered if he would stay in that number 4 position or he perhaps will go a bit higher. I think we've seen him at 3 at times. I wonder if they will toy with the idea of putting him at the top of the order going into the final, although you would say they have been winning games. So I think that it's probably likely he will stay in that number 4 spot for now. Finally, you've got a bowler then, Usman Salim. He had amazing figures in his only appearance so far of 4 for 8. And could he be a wild card going into finals Friday? Vorberg, I've highlighted some of their players as well, starting with super highlighting their captain, Bas de Leijden. Now, they call this guy the Prince of Voorburg, and he's a real key player for them. He's the captain of the side. Expect him to open the batting. He can also send down an over or 2 if required. Now, the Prince is Vorberg's leading run scorer this week, and he'll be looking to start his Friday with a big innings. So we've had glimpses of what he can do, but I wonder if he has 1 or 2 really big innings in him for finals Friday. I've also got a batting option there in Rihan Waheed. Also, I have some all-rounders, and they're good players. I've got Aryan Dutt there. He looks to be a very talented player. He will bat in the top order and probably send down a couple of overs of his off-spinners. Also there, Vivian Kingma. I like the look of him too. He's contributed with bat and ball this week for his side. Finally, I've got Sajjad Kamal, who is their leading wicket taker in the series. He's got 6 of them at an excellent economy rate of only 7 runs per over. And finally, another bowling option there in Iftikhar Ahmed. Well, let's get to prediction time then. And yes, Sparta, they've only lost 1 game, and you can bet which game that was. It was the game that I predicted that they would win on Thursday against Excelsior. But this has been a really great series in the Netherlands because we've got 4 teams, and they've all been competitive against each other. And like we said earlier in the week, they looked like they could beat each other. That has played out over the last 2 days of cricket, and it's really great to watch. We've had some close games. We still haven't had any golden balls. Perhaps we'll see some on finals Friday. I've certainly enjoyed watching all the games there from the Netherlands. It's been a really high standard of cricket, and predicting has not been easy. So hopefully I can predict a winner in my 3rd and final attempt there in Capelle. Now in this game, it seems cut and dry because you've got Sparta, who are on the top of the table with 4 wins and 1 loss, and you've got Vorberg, who are in 4th place with only 1 win and 4 losses. But you do have some interesting dynamics in this game, particularly that I do think that Sparta will take this opportunity to rest some key players because they'll probably be a little bit tired after playing so much cricket and high-intensity cricket over the last 2 days. And really, there's nothing for Sparta to play for in this game. They just have to get through it because they've already booked a place in the final, although I'm sure they'd still like to win the game because winning form's good form. But really, this game doesn't mean as much to Sparta as I think it will to Vorberg, because Vorberg did lose the first match to Sparta, the first match of the tournament. I did tip Vorberg to win that because I looked at their squads and I think that Vorberg's got a number of good players. So like I said, Vorberg are a much better team than a 1 and 4 team here. So I've actually decided I'm going to do a bit of a Friday upset, and I'm going to tip Voorburg Cricket Club. You can see the upset alert there. I just think that Vorberg do have 1 or 2 big games in them, and I think this could be the sort of a game where they can play with freedom. They've got nothing to lose now, and I think that that may help them just play a more attacking brand of cricket and perhaps not put so much pressure on themselves. So I have predicted Vorberg to win, although I would say that most people would have Sparta as the favourites in this game. But I've just got a feeling, and I do like to go with my feelings when I do have them, and so I'm going for Vorberg to cause an upset in the first match of the day. I put Bas de Leijden, the Prince of Vorberg, to be the star player. I think that he might have a really big day. Now, although I've said that Sparta may drop this first game of the day, it remains to be seen, but I do think they'll recover, and they are my pick to win the trophy at the end of the day in the Netherlands in Capelle. So it's quite an interesting prediction today. We'll see if it plays out. There's only one way to find out. Join us on the European Cricket Network from 12:30 Indian Standard Time for the 4 matches. And like I say, we do have the weekend off, but we'll be in Portugal next week. A final reminder, if you don't already, to follow us on social media. If you do enjoy these videos, please leave a like and a comment. I'm touched by all the positive messages I get day to day from all the fans out there following the European Cricket Series, and that is wonderful. We hope you keep watching. If you do have family or friends, why don't you get them to subscribe to our YouTube channel, ECN European Cricket Network. We're growing at about 7% week on week. The more subscribers we get, the easier it is to bring more cricket to you and more quality cricket to you. So we hope you're enjoying the entertainment. But for now, this is Mr. Maximo, Vinny Sandu for the European Cricket Network saying enjoy the game. We'll see you next time on ECN.